first we turn on the press, of course, and then we fill inks. We have to make sure water and pneumatics are on each unit. And then we can start plate prepping. So when we prep the plates to hang, we punch them first, and then we put them in a bender, and we bend the plates. And then we pack the plates. So we add packing to the plates so that there's enough impression for the plates to be able to print and transfer ink onto the substrate. Once we've prepped the plates, we hang the plates, and that's the intern's job. And then we start running. And so we'll turn on the press, we'll turn on impression, and we'll turn on water. I'll do registration while Vince adjusts the color. So he'll fix the ink keys to make sure there's enough color, or make sure the color looks good on the paper. And once we have 6,000 copies, we stop the press, and then we measure waste and take plates off and take the packing off, and we're done. Sometimes we will have web changes. Sometimes we'll run out of paper, so Vince will have to remove the older webs and then replace them with newer, fuller webs. And yeah, that's it.
Yes, in my opinion, the voice of the customer would be, what does the customer want and expect and deserve from the printing company, from UGS? And so as we've previously discussed, I guess I am making those decisions. I've worked with the Mustang News for 12 years now, and so I know pretty much what they expect and quality-wise in their product, and we at UGS strive very hard to give them the quality that they want and deserve.
Because we're the last step of the whole process of Mustang News, we typically have to wait for Mustang News to drop their files, and then we have to wait for pre-press to make the plates, and then once we have the plates, we can finally start running the press. So we're the very, very end. When it comes to waste, there's one major factor. It's whether we change the rolls or not. On a really good day, when we don't have any web changes, our waste could be as low as 10% or lower. And on days when we do have to change the web, it could get 20% or higher. So that's a lot of waste.
The job is running. I'm looking at color and registration mainly, and the alignment of the paper. But the color has to match the proofs that I put up, because that's representative of what the finished product should be. And then registration is just lining up, and that's Isabel's job. But I monitor all three of those things throughout the run to make sure they stay the same. Occasionally things do change on this press, and then I'm scrambling to get them right back to where they should be.
For 2 nights, we watched a web offset team produce the Mustang News. On each night, we collected 28 papers and performed a Pareto analysis. On Wednesday night, we observed a total of 78 streaks and drag marks and 68 spots and hickeys. On Sunday night, we observed a total of 106 streaks and drag marks and 51 registration errors. Overall, the most common defect, as well as the greatest, was the streaks and drag marks. They consistently occurred on the middle pages, which were printed on Tower 2. Registration errors were more common on Sunday, while spots and hickeys were more common on Wednesday. Overall, the amount of waste was less on Sunday, with only 12.8%, with Wednesday having 18.16 waste. However, the number of defects we recorded were higher on Sunday, 252, than on Wednesday, 228. 2 main problems that we observed were 1. Streaks and drag marks. By addressing the source of the streaks, which could be a dirty blanket, hard rollers, or heavy inking, this problem hopefully can be solved. 2. Registration. While not the most serious problem, the number of defects observed could be reduced with better plate hanging or plate production.